On June 6, 1944, thousands of American infantrymen stepped off their landing craft carrying more than courage. They carried the gear that would keep them alive. In this video, we break down the complete DA loadout of a USGI, showing every item they brought into the largest amphibious invasion in history. From weapons and rations to the smallest pieces of equipment. This is exactly what a soldier carried on to the beaches of Normandy. The M1911, 45 caliber. Pistol was a trusted sidearm often carried by NCOS officers and assault troops on D-Day. Its stopping power, reliability, and music-rugged steel construction made it a beloved backup weapon in close combat. Folded map. Sections of the Normandy coastline were issued to infantry for navigation during the chaotic D-Day landings. Printed on thin waterproofed paper, these maps guided troops through hedge, beaches, and inland objectives. M1 steel helmet, with netting known as the steel pot. This 3-pound icon was the GI's best friend. The netting wasn't just for style. It killed the sun's reflection and held local foliage for camouflage. M1941 field jacket. This light, olive drab jacket defined the early war look. While stylish, GIs often complained it wasn't warm or waterproof enough for the harsh European weather. M1937 wool trousers made of heavy olive drab wool. These trousers were the workhorse of the uniform. They might have been itchy, but they kept a soldier warm even when soaked by the channel waves. M1937 wool shirt worn under the field jacket. This Mastar-cold wool shirt provided a crucial layer of insulation against the damp French morning. Type 2 service shoes. These ankle-high leather boots were built for marching. By 1944, many were rough-out leather treated with dubbing to keep the water out. M1938 canvas leggings. Before combat boots became standard, soldiers laced up these canvas leggings. They protected the ankles and kept dirt and stones out of the shoes, but were a pain to put on in a hurry. M1 Garand rifle. General Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. This semi-automatic powerhouse gave the U.S. infantrymen a massive firepower advantage over the bolt-action enemy. M1923 cartridge belt, the foundation of the soldier's gear. This heavy canvas belt had 10 pockets holding enough 3006 ammunition to keep the M1 Garand fed during a firefight. M1928 Heek. This wasn't a typical backpack. It was a complicated envelope of canvas that carried rations and personal gear. You unpacked it wrong. Everything fell out. M1926 inflatable flotation belt, essential for the amphibious landing, known as the life belt. Music soldiers squeezed the trigger handles to inflate it with CO2 cartridges if they went overboard in deep water. M7 rubberized assault gas mask bag specifically designed for the invasion. This black waterproof rubberized bag was strapped to the chest to keep the gas mask dry during the surf landing. Gas detection brassard. This specially treated paper sleeve was worn on the shoulder. It was chemically treated to turn pink or red if it detected blister agents or nerve gas in the air. M1 bayonet with scabbard, a tenon blade that snapped onto the end of the Garand. Whether for close quarters combat or opening crates, it was a formidable piece of steel. M1910 entrenching tool, T-handle shovel. Before the folding shovels took over, this T-handled music spade was the standard. It was awkward to carry but vital for digging a foxhole when the artillery started falling. M1910 entrenching tool carrier. This canvas carrier strapped the shovel to the haversack. A leather strap held the handle tight to stop it from banging around while running. M1910 aluminum canteen. Hydration was life. This kidney-shaped aluminum flask held 1 quart of water, often tasting slightly metallic or like the purification tablets dropped inside. M1910 canteen cup nestled under the canteen. This stainless steel cup was the soldier stove, coffee mug, and shaving basin all rolled into one. M1910 canteen cover. This canvas pouch held the canteen and cup to the belt. The felt lining was designed to be soaked with water using evaporation to keep the drink inside cool. M1942 first aid pouch. A small but vital pouch attached to the web belt. It contained the immediate medical supplies a soldier needed to treat a wound right on the battlefield. Carl Model First Aid Dressing Tin. Inside the pouch was this painted metal tin. It held a sterile bandage and sometimes a packet of sulfa, powder to fight infection in open wounds, MK to fragmentation grenade, the iconic pineapple. This cast iron explosive was heavy and dangerous, capable of clearing a bunker or a trench with a pull of the pin. 8-round end block ammo clips. The heart of the Grand system. These steel clips held 8 rounds together. When the last shot was fired, the clip ejected with that famous ping sound. Playa-pill music, waterproof rifle cover. A simple plastic sheet that covered the rifle during the beach landing. It kept sand and salt water out of the action, and a soldier could shoot right through it if necessary. M132 meat can mess kit. It was an oval music pan divided into 2 sections used when hot chow was actually available behind the lines. M1910 meat can pouch, a canvas pocket that stored the mess kit and utensils, usually strapped to the hersack to keep the rattling metal contained. Kration box, the daily combat food. Packaged in a wax-coated cardboard box, it contained tins of meat, biscuits, coffee, and cigarettes. Just enough calories to keep fighting? A ration chocolate bar intended for emergencies only. This dense chocolate bar was designed to be heat-resistant. It was so hard soldiers often had to shave slices off with a knife to eat it. TL1-2 flashlight, the distinctive crook-neck flashlight, clipped onto the suspenders for hands-free use, and often had colored lenses for signaling in the dark. U.S. Army dog tags, 2 music stainless steel tags on a beaded chain. They carried the soldier's name, serial number, blood type, and religion, identifying them in life and death. Standard issue wool socks, perhaps the most underrated piece of gear. Clean, dry wool socks were the only defense against the dreaded trench foot caused by wet foxholes. The compact M5 assault gas mask was issued specifically for the Normandy landings. Designed to be lighter and flatter than earlier models, it protects soldiers from potential gas attacks during the invasion.